What's up, fam? How are you doing? Welcome to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time here, thank you so much for coming and welcome to my YouTube family. And if it's your second time or third time, or you're always a member of this family since I started this YouTube channel, thank you so much for the support, for the love. And if you're watching this and you're a Christian and you're about to celebrate Christmas, because I'm shooting this video just a few days to Christmas, Merry Christmas. And even if you're not a Christian and you're going to celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas to you too. So in my previous uploads, I've been posting videos of my travel to Dubai, and Dubai is such a beautiful city, and it's one of the most beautiful cities that I've ever been to, and I'm just so glad that I decided to visit Dubai in 2020. On today's video, I'm going to share with you some of the things that I feel you need to know before you go to Dubai. First of all, good people, Dubai is not a country, it's a city within the United Arab Emirates. United Arab Emirates consists of 7 cities. So in case you didn't know, we have Al Quwain, we have Sharjah, we have Ajman, we have Fujairah, we have Dubai, we have Abu Dhabi, which is the capital city of UAE, and then we have Ras Al Khaimah. So those are the 7 cities that we have in United Arab Emirates. So on today's video, as I said earlier, that is one of the things that you need to know. That's our number one. You need to know Dubai is not a country, it's a city. The second thing that you need to know is the dress code, and this is something that I kept on asking myself before I visited this city. And I googled some, like I was able to get some information online, but it wasn't enough until I visited the place. And of course I was able to even call my friends and ask people who are living there to just find out what can I wear, like how do people dress up when you go to Dubai. And yes, the good thing is I'm here now and I'm going to share with you this information because I was able to see on the ground. If you're going to the government places, maybe you're going to the hospitals, you're going to big malls, please just make sure that you wear something that at least covers your shoulder and something below your knee. So the reason I'm saying this is because sometimes it's just good to respect other people's culture. As much as you're going to be comfortable wearing a booty short going to the mall, but think of the people around you. Yeah, so that is one thing that you really need to do when you're going to Dubai. When you're going to places like beach, or maybe you're just hanging around your swimming pool area in the hotel, you can wear your bikini, you can wear your swim attire, it's okay. You can wear those shorts, and even along the beach you can walk the way you want, like wear those shorts along the beach. But when it comes to going to these other places, like now the malls and all the other places that I mentioned, just make sure that you dress modestly when you're going to these public places. Yes. And I think I can share an experience. So the day I was going for my Dubai city tour, I was wearing some black shorts. I think I'll just put the picture somewhere here so that you can see. I was wearing the black shorts. Yes. And when I went to the mall, imagine I was the only one who was wearing something very tiny. Everyone else was wearing decently, like they're dressing warmly, and I mean they dressed well. They dressed like you can actually wear when you're going to office or even church. So just dress modestly. In case I didn't mention, I do have my YouTube book over here, and it's been long since I used it, but yeah, we're going to number 3. Something else you need to know is about the weather. If you're planning to travel in Dubai, the best time to travel is between October and April. The reason I'm saying that is because the weather is usually hot or hotter. You want to go when it's hot, because when it's hot, at least you're able to walk outside and just experience the outdoor activities. But when it's hotter, most of the outdoors activities you won't be able to do them much. You'll just be indoors. So yeah, and I'm sure there are quite a number of activities that you can do indoors and both outdoor, but the best time for you to even enjoy the beautiful streets of Dubai is between October and April. And during October and April, something else that you need to take note of during this time is that most of the hotels are quite on the higher side, because it's that time where everyone wants to travel and just enjoy the weather in Dubai. So if you're planning to go to spend maybe a little lower, between May and September, the weather is usually very hot and most of the people don't travel to Dubai. So you find that most of the hotels are quite affordable. So that is something that you can take note of, or maybe something that you all need to know before you go to Dubai. The fourth point is alcohol. Can you buy alcohol in Dubai? Can you drink in Dubai? Can you party in Dubai? The answer is yes, you can party. But the only thing is that these drinks are not readily available in supermarkets. You can only purchase them from licensed bars and restaurants. And most of these hotels usually have license for selling alcohol. So this is something that you need to take note of. And please don't make mistake. Don't go there thinking that you just walk in a supermarket and then just get alcohol and come out with it. You have to go to licensed bars and hotels. Something else that I noticed in Dubai that I'm going to add on this alcohol part is that you will always find a place where they are having ladies' night, and ladies' night is whereby they give alcohol to the ladies for free. For example, in Radisson Blu Waterfront, they used to do it on Thursdays. So on Thursdays, if you're a lady and you go to the bar, you just drink for free. And when I'm talking of drinking for free, I'm not talking about expensive liquor. I'm talking about just, you know, things that can get you high. If you're looking at getting high and just getting drunk, I mean, you can get alcohol that gets you high, not those expensive alcohol. Don't go there thinking of you're going to get, I don't know, what are the expensive alcohols? I have no idea. But anyway, yeah, so take note of that. The fifth point is the language. In Dubai, they speak Arabic. Yes, Arabic is their main language, but don't worry about that, because if you're traveling, or maybe if you're going from one place to another, there is translation, like everything is translated. It's well done. Like even when you're going to use the metro train, you'll find that the announcement are being done in Arabic, and then they're also doing it in English. So that is you won't get problems with that, because you'll be able to at least just, they will always do that translation thing, if you get what I mean. But yeah, they will do that translation thing for you, and don't worry about that. And one thing I also noticed is that there are several people who can speak English, even if it's not good English, but they're able to understand what you're saying. And the fact that Dubai is a country where you'll find different nationalities, English is something that most of the people are able to speak. Yes. I did experience once when I asked some people for direction, but they were not even understanding what I was asking. So they were not able to reply me. But the thing is, this woman here, I was supposed to check on it was clearly written there in English, just that I was just trying to, you know the way you're seeing something but you want to confirm it from someone else. That is what happened in that scenario. But language should not be a problem when you're going to Dubai. Don't think that you have to now speak in Arabic. There's English translations everywhere you go. The sixth point is money exchange. That is something that I want to tell you that I experienced. So when I got to Dubai, I did exchange money. I didn't exchange money in my country, but I did exchange money at the airport. So I only exchanged a little bit of what I was going to use going to the hotel. And once I got to the hotel, the first thing that I did is I got a cab, and then I went to exchange money somewhere else, which was way affordable, and the rates were really good. So when you're going, please don't exchange money in your country before you leave. Just go and exchange it when you get to Dubai, because there are no commissions and exchange rates is pretty good. And don't do it also at the airport. Just change a little bit of what you need from the airport to your hotel, and the rest you can do when you are now in Dubai. You can go and do it maybe at the malls, or maybe there's a street that I was taken to. Gosh, I can't remember, but when you ask those taxi guys, there's a place where they can always take you to exchange this money. Like, not even in the mall, I think it's a bit higher, so maybe outside on the street. Seventh point is the mode of transportation in Dubai. We have taxis everywhere. They're so available, and they're so nice, they're so clean, they're well organized. And we also have metro train, we also have buses. So it depends on what you want to use. So I feel like when you come from a country like, let's say, East African countries, that is let's say Kenya or Uganda or Tanzania, when you go to Dubai and you use Uber, you'll find that Ubers are quite expensive. So what I would advise you to use is the government taxis, because those ones are quite affordable, and you're able to, just spend less, because every time you travel, you're trying to save some points so that you can do shopping. That's according to me. Yes, but when you're going, mode of transportation is, of course, the metro train, you have the buses, and then you have the taxis, which are readily available. Like, you can just walk outside your hotel, you'll definitely find one. Anywhere you go, you find these taxis. The train is limited because it just goes straight from east to west, so north to south. That makes sense. And yeah, so it can't go to inner places. If you're planning of going, let's say, to the beach, the train can't come straight to the beach, but it can get you to a place whereby you can either walk to the beach or get a taxi to the beach. The buses, they usually have different bus stops, but I didn't use the bus. Only when I was going for Dubai City Tour, that's when I used the tour bus. That's the only time I used the bus in Dubai. I didn't use the other buses, but it's also an option. So all you need to do is get your card, top it up, and then you'll be able to use it. You can use the card on the taxis, you can use it on the the metro train, and you can also use it on the buses. Yes. And yeah, so transportation, yeah. And even when you're getting to the airport, there's usually a metro train. So if you don't want to use the taxis, and the metro trains are quite affordable, guys. Like, they're really affordable. When you use the taxis, they're going to be quite expensive, but when you're using the metro train, it's really affordable. Yeah. So that's on transportation. My 8th point is going to, of course, advise you to book way in advance. When you book these things way in advance, you're going to pay less. For example, you want to go for desert safari. If you can book it way, like maybe a week before, which I'll get to when I get to another point after this, yes, on how you can do the booking, but just make sure that you book your stuff way in advance. If it's the hotel, book it way in advance. If it's the flight, try and do it way in advance, so that you can get way more affordable prices and you just plan things early. Like, you know, Dubai is a very expensive city, but if you plan early, you'll be able to spend less and you won't even feel a pinch when you're, you know, when you're now there and enjoying your vacation. So that is something that I feel you all need to know. Booking way in advance. My 9th point is, when you're traveling to Dubai, one thing that you need to have definitely, and it's something that you need to know even before you get there, is that there's a website called Groupon which you can check and you can find very good deals. And this is something, of course, I'm going to use my phone to show you. Just 1 minute. What you need to do is just go in and key in, of course, the location where you are, and then you search for different deals and you'll be able to see. So if you're looking for, let's say, activities like you want to go to the desert safari, you'll be able to just come and check, and then you can book in advance. And this is something that you can do even way before you go for your travel, like before you get there. When I traveled, I stayed there for 7 days, and those 7 days I was able to come up with each and every activity that I was going to do each and every day that I was there. Some of these activities I was able to get from groupon.ae. So you're just able to just check, and then you'll find even places for massage. You're looking for food and you want them to deliver food in your hotel, they'll be able to do that. If you're looking for, maybe you want to go for desert safari, that is something that you can do on groupon.com. And there are so many other agencies that you can work with, but that is something that worked for me, and maybe it can also work for you. So my 10th point is safety. You're going to Dubai and you're thinking, is it safe? How are the streets? How are, you know? Dubai is very safe. I remember going from my hotel, not knowing where I was going. I went to Jumeirah alone. I was just trying to, you know, Google places and just to go there and ask people, and even talk to strangers on the streets, and they were able to answer. We could even sit down and chat with a few. Like, it's very safe, and there's no one who's going to rob you. You can just carry your things. Even at the beach, when we went to the beach, trust me guys, we could just leave our stuff on the sand, like outside, and then we could all go in the water just to swim, and then come out after 1 hour and find them. They are safe and there is no one to touch. Like, it's such a safe place, you know. Even your phones, like when we're leaving stuff, we're even leaving our phones out there. Like, it's super safe, and that is something that I really like about Dubai. So when you're going to Dubai, just know that it's safe. But now I'm not telling you that you go and drop your phone and leave it I don't know where. No, just make sure you take care of your things, but it's very safe. So that is something that you shouldn't worry about. My last point is this, which is like a bonus, and it's about food. We are going to talk about food, because food in Dubai is quite affordable. So if you're going to stay in Dubai and you're only going to pay for bed and breakfast, trust me guys, don't worry, because food is quite affordable. You can get something for 12 dirham can get you something like a very decent meal. Like 12 dirham is about $3 and about 300 Kenya shillings. So that is something you can get a real proper meal just by using $12. And places where you can get food, of course, we have different streets where they sell food. We have like in malls, you'll find like malls have different supermarkets, and they have that section where they just sell ready-made food, and you can just go and buy from there. They're quite affordable and they have varieties. When I was in Dubai, I was staying at Radisson Blue waterfront, and it wasn't far from Dubai Mall, like about 2 kilometers from the hotel. And I was always going there at the mall to get food. Like every time I went to that mall, I was only going to, there's a supermarket that I used to go to buy food from there, and I used to spend less. And even at some point, I was like, oh my god, why is it so cheap? You know, but it was so affordable, and the food is very good food. So guys, when you're going to Dubai, food shouldn't be a problem, you know. Yeah. So that's it for today, good people. Merry Christmas to everyone, and thank you so much for watching. If you've gotten here and you haven't subscribed, kindly just press on that button, the red button that you're seeing there, to join this amazing family. And if you're my returning subscriber, thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for the love and the support. I just want to wish you Merry Christmas, and on my next video I'll be able to share with you some of the things you need if you're from East Africa to visit Dubai. So stay tuned for that. But for now guys, I just want to say Merry Christmas, and see you again on my next video. Kisses to you.